Welcome in, everyone. I'm Bill Rowland, and this is Pat's Chat, brought to you by Ortho Virginia. It's my pleasure to be welcomed on our first episode by the 6'8" redshirt senior, A.J. Wilson, to talk about his career here and also the upcoming season. And, A.J., I think a lot of people will start with what it's been like for you since March. You guys walked off that floor at the Barclays Center with a nice win in the A-10 tournament. Less than 24 hours later, we're all on a bus headed back to Fairfax because of everything that was going on with COVID. What's it been like for you guys trying to not only go back and think about coming off a victory and not being able to finish your season, but also not being able to really practice together for those months that you had in the summertime? How have you been able to prepare all this time?
Well, I feel like everybody just took their own initiative to stay in shape. I know for me personally, when I first got home, me and my dad could only work outside because everything was shut down. As a lot of people remember, they had the citywide curfew thing. A lot of parks were shut down, everything like that. So it was just a matter of just finding gyms, or not even finding gyms, finding courts to work out at as much as you can. And as everything progressed towards getting back here, a lot of stuff started opening back up. So I feel like everybody on the team just worked out any way they could, whether it be just running outside to stay in shape, lifting, or just getting shots up just to stay in tune.
Do you remember being back at the hotel that night and hearing about the NBA shutting down? And did you talk to your teammates at that time? And did you guys kind of figure, yeah, you know what, we're probably done as well?
So when the NBA shut down, we were kind of just like, whoa, that was kind of weird seeing that. And then the next day, the following day, we were getting ready for our game. We were getting ready for St. Bonaventure, and we were just on Twitter. We were in the training room. We were just on Twitter, and we're just seeing all these conferences just canceling the tournaments. And then from there, we just knew it was only a matter of time before the A-10 announced it. And then not even 10 minutes later, somebody put out the A-10 tournament's been postponed as well. So that was kind of just like surreal. Like, it didn't even feel real at the moment.
The improvement in your game since you've been here was recognized by the A-10 coaches this past year. You were named the most improved player in the A-10. Talk to me about what your progress has been like, going from a guy who was averaging 11 minutes a game as a freshman to now being recognized as one of the best players in the conference.
It's just hard work, staying down until you come up, as my parents always used to tell me. Just a really big credit to Coach Simp, Coach Paulson, the rest of the coaching staff, just believing in me and just to keep telling me to work, being ready when my number is called. It's just one day they needed me to play. I showed up when my opportunity arose, and from there they just kept rolling with me, and everything's been basically uphill since then.
You redshirted your freshman year, so this will be your fifth year coming into the program. You had three different high schools that you played for when you were younger. Do you feel like being in the same situation, the same program for all 5 years has kind of helped you develop leadership, your skill set, and everything else, rather than being one of these guys that maybe tried to jump at every opportunity to transfer somewhere else? How much has it been that being grounded here in Fairfax for 5 years has really helped your game?
I feel like it's really made me comfortable, a sense of having a home. As everybody knows, I got transferred 3 times in high school, so I never really got close to anybody on a personal level. Just being here 5 years and just seeing people come and go, and being, as I got older, just being that mentor for a lot of younger guys, it's definitely made me grow up and mature more. Like coming in as a red shirt, you're just like, everything's new. You feel like you're behind sometimes, so you have the older person to look up to. And as I got older on the team, I became that person. So just being here these 5 years has really just helped me mature as a person, where I couldn't do that in high school just because I wasn't really grounded anywhere. So being grounded here for 5 years and just having a place to call home has been wonderful for real.
You set the single season blocks record last year with over 90. You're currently 4th all time if you stay healthy. I imagine you'll probably end up number 1 in all-time shot blocking in Mason history. Other than being 6'8" and able to leap really well, talk to me about the dynamic of going into blocking a shot and how you approach that. And do you feel like you pick your spots better now then I remember watching you as a freshman and sophomore when it was AJ was going to try to block everything. Sometimes it didn't work out that way. So talk to me about how you figured out how to pick your spots and you end up blocking almost 100 shots last year.
So before the season has started, or like even non-conference, me and Sim had sat down and watched film one day, and we were just looking at all the times I used to like jump for everything. So he was just pointing out certain spots on the floor of when to go. So like he would tell me wait until the person leaves their feet or something like that. So if I was most of my blocks come from help side. So if I were to come from a help side position to block a shot, wait until that guard or whoever's coming downhill lets go of the ball. And at that moment, like my instincts kick in, or just seeing that and being able to come help side and block it last second. It's like it's easier to block shots in like a fast pace, like a fast break type of thing, because you're just chasing somebody down. But the aspect of just blocking it in a half court set is really just a matter of film, just understanding when to go, and sometimes just walling up, just understanding you can't block everything. So if you can't get to a block, just make sure you wall up. And then the rule for the bigs when they're in the paint or anybody in the paint, you have to leap vertically so you don't get a foul call. So just learning that aspect really helped me. And even then, sometimes I get blocks when my hands just go straight up just because I'm bigger than some of the people that go downhill. So I feel like that's really helped me out a lot.
When you get those blocks, I know a lot of guys talk about it, no matter what sport it is, whether it's, guys playing baseball, football, whatever. A lot of times, everybody looks at the big 3-point shot or the dunk, but you've had some moments in the past where you've blocked a shot and really energized this team to go on a big run during a game. Is that something you take pride in, is being able to alter the game, not necessarily by scoring, but by stopping them and getting out on the break?
Yeah, I definitely feel like I try to do whatever I can to get the team going. I remember watching a Paul George interview, and they asked him, like, even though you're like an NBA superstar, like, what do you do to kind of get your teammates going? And he said, whatever I have to do, whether it be diving for a loose ball, taking a charge, running out the shot clock on a defensive possession, or getting a block. And I kind of just took that. I just took that in stride and just made that my motto. Whatever you have to do to get your team going, you have to do it. I know there was a play last season. We played LIU Brooklyn. I dove into the stands or whatever to save a ball, like stuff like that. I just feel like really gets the teammates going, because you see that even though I'm one of the team's leaders, or like one of the lead the scores, everything like that, just showing that I can still do dirty work.
You did your sport management major. You did an internship with Evolution Basketball, a training program here in the Northern Virginia area. Looking beyond basketball when you're done playing, because obviously you're not going to be able to play forever, is that something that you think that you're going to look to do when you finish your career, is being able to give back to kids in the community?
Definitely. I always told my parents when I'm done, I definitely want to open up my own training facility, like the one I interned at over at Evolution Basketball, just having multiple locations across the East Coast and then moving nationwide, just having a gym where not only basketball players can work out at, but just athletes in general. So I want to have, like, the way I wanted it to first be set up was having like a turf field, having courts in there, weight room and everything like that. So maybe a football player or a soccer player wants to work on their lateral quickness. They have the turf right there to work out on. They have like the sled pushes and everything like that, the benches. Maybe somebody wants to learn how to cut quicker playing basketball. The court's in there too. So just something like that has always been on my mind, just because even when I'm done playing, I still want to be around the sport, even if it's not coaching. Like, there's multiple ways to be involved with basketball outside of coaching.
Obviously, again, we've talked about this is your 5th year with the program. You are looked at as a leader with this team. You guys bring back 5 starters. The couple guys coming right off the bench have also started games in the past. So a lot of expectations with this team. And as they look to you to lead them, what do you think your leadership style is like?
Definitely leading by example. A lot of people say that you can like talk until you're blue in the face, but if you're not backing up your words with action, it's kind of just empty words. So just leading by example, just showing how it's done. So if like Malik's not understanding something, pulling him off to the side during a water break or something, saying, I used to mess up the same way too. It's okay. Don't get down. This is how you do it going forward. If you're going to mess up, just mess up with 100% effort. Like if you're going to don't mess up and be 50% in it. If you're going to mess up going hard. So just instilling that in the freshmen and everybody younger than me has just kind of been what I've been harping on for myself.
All right, let's do some rapid fire. These will be a little bit easy for you. First place, outside of Eagle Bank Arena, your favorite place to play?
My favorite place to play, I would say back home, Rec Center grew up playing a game called Spring Hill Lake Rec Center in Greenbelt, Maryland. Love playing there.
All right, very good. Top song right now that you'll listen to pregame?
I would say Me Against the World by Tupac.
Okay. Your teammate that is most likely to play a prank on another teammate or even a member of the staff?
Ian Boyd. Ian Boyd, definitely.
All right, here are a couple. I know you're a big Star Wars guy. So Ewoks, yes or no?
Yeah.
Jar Jar Binks, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. You got to pick one, a thundering dunk or a massive block?
That's a block.
iPhone or Android?
iPhone.
Okay. Coach Paulson's dad jokes, good or not so much?
Horrific.
And finally for you, AJ, the one phrase that you never want to hear Coach Paulson say at practice because you know stuff's going to get hard.
Stop the clock.
There you go. All right, last one, AJ. Finally, the season gets underway. People will either be watching on TV or hopefully they'll be able to come out to Eagle Bank Arena to see you and your teammates play. What kind of team are they going to see this year?
They're definitely going to see a well-rounded team. They're going to see that from the starters to the reserves is no layoff. Is everybody on the team is capable of starting. Everybody on the team is capable of playing multiple minutes. I feel like this year's team is kind of like John Calipari's team when he did the platoons. It's like when one unit gets subbed off, it's the same exact thing for the next unit. We have a great core group of freshmen. We have a great core group of young guys, and the leadership we have amongst the seniors, I feel like we're really very, very well-rounded this year.
It's AJ Wilson, the redshirt senior for your George Mason Patriots, and this has been Pat's Chat brought to you by Ortho Virginia. AJ, thanks for the time.
Thank you.